Hello everyone, we are Eva, Esther, Antoine and Fatine, and we are going to present you our study about the innovation management. First of all, what innovation management means. Innovation is omnipresent in all companies' departments. The sales, service, production, and even management are all parts of it heavily impacted. The development of competition as well as the evolution of the customer's needs lead the company to always be performant, and employees are the heart of this innovation. However, it can be a great success factor but also a failure. It is therefore important to manage this crucial variable for companies because it can also be a competitive advantage. Let's take the example of Apple. Apple has relied on innovation to meet today a huge success around the world, while a company like Nokia has not really taken into account innovation in its business model and therefore less recognition today. The proposal of innovative products to its customer is therefore essential in innovation management. However, it induces changes that require the manager to have a good understanding of the change, the ins and outs, and that it set up a management adapted to the new constraints. Moreover, in order to implement this innovation, which has become inevitable in companies today, different types of innovation exist, especially according to Jupiter. So the first is product innovation. We all have also process innovation, market innovation, input innovation, and the last one is organizational innovation. So now, in order to better understand and have a different vision of management of innovation, we interviewed a manager who expressed its opinion on the subject. So let's skip with the video of the interview.
Hello, Mr. Mercer.
Good morning.
I'm delighted to meet you for this interview of Organization of Innovation. I thank you already for your help and your application on this project. We are going to start.
Yes.
So, first of all, what is the definition of innovation according to you?
For me, innovation is the thinking of continuous improvement for the wellness of employees. There are different kinds of innovation, services, technical and social.
Okay. Throughout your professional career, you have had the opportunity to lead the innovation. What do you think that are the driver or obstacle to innovation according to the experience?
The main obstacle, the main barrier for the innovation is the human at all levels, in fact, with the fear of unknown, the fear of daring, but also and sometimes the fear of investing. At the opposite, for me, technology is not a barrier, an obstacle, but a means to increase innovation.
Okay. So today you are commercial director?
Yes.
In the company Manage. What about the promotion of innovation in your company?
Innovation has always been a driver of growth and differentiation in front of competitor for EMALEC. Moreover, we have an innovation department inside Samsung Group which work on technical innovation with new tools, as for example, but also, and it's very important for us, services innovation, which means how can we offer a new approach of services for our clients with, as for example, smart building.
Okay. In your sector of activity, what are, in your opinion, the main innovation that help to revitalize the sector, or on the contrary, have been a break for the sector?
In my company, in my core business, two main innovations. First of all, the supervision, the reporting and remote management, since our own CFEM system, with also our own web portal for our customer, but also the smart building, which optimize the energy resource, which optimize also comfort of the employees, and optimize sometimes the maintenance operation and services to the occupants.
Okay. we are now going to move on the second part of our interview on the organization. Indeed, how do you think that the organization at your level can help your company to increase his productivity?
For me, organization brings clarity for the division of tasks between each person. Organization defines the roles and functions of each employee. It allows also a faster identification of malfunctions.
Okay. To lead your teams, which type of organization did you use? And why this type of organization?
Often I use a matrix organization where the roles and functions of each are defined. The checkpoints are known to all. The division of labor is clearly defined also. Moreover, it allows the interconnection of different departments inside the same project.
Okay. In the Mallet company, do you give a lot of importance to teamwork? And if yes, how do you promote it? How much importance do you give to teamwork? And finally, how do you work in team in Mallet?
Why we work in teamwork? Because for me, we are more efficient in team than alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that a team project promotes the sharing and exchange of information between all the actors of the project. All our strategic projects are set up in project mode with the association of different departments, marketing, studies, sales, operational departments. We set up project by appointing a project manager, and regular updates are done in the aim to monitor the progress of this file, of this project, in relationship with the deadline of each project.
Okay, from your manager point of view, how do you promote new ideas at work?
During different meeting, training, working meeting, as for example, but also during seminars, for example.
Okay, and to conclude, last question, Mr. Mansur, could you define in a few words what innovation management in the business world means to you?
Innovation and organization are always very important for Malik. These two subjects are, for me and for my company, the representation of the addition value of my company. It's a real differentiation of our offer and positioning in front of competitors. Okay. It makes a client feel like he's in front of him, dynamic players, listen to new technology, but also an actor with process and organization.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Montero, for your application and your involvement that you put on our interview. We wish you all the best and all the happiness for your future of your career. And thank you again and see you soon.
Thank you.
Through this interview with Mr. Montero, we were able to see that innovation management has an important place in his company. In fact, innovation management allows his company to increase their productivity, but also to stand out from its competitors. However, according to him, the main barrier to innovation is the human factor and no one else.
By focusing on a case study, we will now better understand the challenges of an innovative company, innovative design. So now let's answer to the questions of the innovative design case. So, for the first question, by signing a contract with Sealed Air, which is one of the largest distributors of packaging materials in the Western world, innovative company obtain several advantages, which are: Sealed Air will be the only one manufacturer and distributor of EcoCradle in North America and in Europe. Sealed Air is ready to construct a large factory in order to scale Ecovative's current operation to commercially viable size. Moreover, Ecovative will earn licensing fees and royalties or an undisclosed percentage of net sales. Sealed Air help them financially also. And the option of the contract with Sealed Air allows Ecovative to reach the business they hold more quickly. And finally, Ecovative had a healthy cash flow as recent and disclosed equity investment gave it a new infusion of capital. But the two main detriments of taking the Sealed Air contract are a loss of entrepreneurial independence because Sealed Air wants exclusivity, and some development models such as franchising or licensing their technology have to be abandoned. So, how does this affect Ecovative's business model? Sealed Air is a company founded much earlier than Ecovative in 1960 and therefore has much more experience than Ecovative. So by signing a contract with Sealed Air, the Ecovative's business model is affected by Sealed Air contract because there are shares with them, their values. For example, Sealed Air helps and offers to Ecovative an efficient and sustainable solution that create business value for customers, hence also the quality of life for customers and provide a cleaner and healthier environment for our future generation. Their clientele is staggered and they have an exclusive manufacturer and distributor.
Ecovative is an example of embedded sustainability business because the founder Bayer and McIntyre proposed sustainable alternatives to plastics such as polyester based on the use of mushrooms mycelium as their main ingredient, which can be used in areas such as packaging, building materials and other applications. Though their product was a cost and performance competitive natural replacement for extruded polyester called EPS. Moreover, they had created a packaging that was 100% compostable. So to sum up, their mission is to develop sustainable products for the purpose of replacing products composed of materials that are harmful to nature. As the result, their business has a significant positive impact on the health of the planet.
Moreover, biomimicry is the concept of imitating nature to solve complex design and engineering problems, that is, inspecting the biological world and incorporating lessons learned in a product or system design. Thus, biomimicry play an important role in the Ecovative's business model because their business model is also inspired by the principles of the biomimicry. In fact, Ecovative's business model aims to create sustainable products. Their business model is above all committed to the protection of the planet and sustainable development, which correspond perfectly to the concept just described previously about the biomimicry.
If I were in Bayer and McIntyre, I think that at the beginning, when I create my company, I will accept Sealed Air because as it is an older company, it will be able to help Ecovative's faster development, a better profitability, a network of contacts. Since Sealed Air has more experience, they will be able to guide and advise us to avoid the various risks that a young company can be exposed to at the beginning. Moreover, Sealed Air's fields of activity fits perfectly with the eco-cradle concept. However, I think that once Ecovative reaches a good level of profitability, I will stop the contracts with Sealed Air because it is important to obtain its independence and continue to develop its product without any restriction from Sealed Air. Ecovative design had the advantage of surfing on fashion and increasing a need for eco-responsibility. In addition, the material used allows their products to be adapted and personalized. Thus, we have been thinking about the possibilities of developing new products. In the first place, we thought about protection for mobile phones and computers. In fact, as the majority of the shells are made of plastic, Ecovative could be the new brand to offer this type of product. The material used is capable of being used as packaging for the protection of objects during journeys, such as a bottle of wine, for example. So it would also be a means of protection for mobiles and computers. Another advantage of this product would be the possibility of personalization for customers. In a second step, we also thought about outdoor furniture. Indeed, the material, in addition to being an alternative to plastic, is an aesthetic raw material that is even becoming fashionable. Waxed concrete, for example, is one of these new materials which are chosen for their raw aspect, which gives an industrial modern aspect. Finally, we thought of a sound isolation. Indeed, Ecovative Design can sell its product both for an aesthetic utility but also for discrete use. In conclusion, innovation is everywhere and is becoming an indispensable tool for companies. However, it requires specific knowledge in all company departments. Sometimes new companies join forces in order to benefit from their respective advantages to allow better development and knowledge in their fields.
Thank you for your time. Hopefully we have been clear. We are at your disposition if you have any questions.